What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Riftbreaker. Now, up until this point, all of the episodes I have recorded, I did all in one day on launch day. Now, I have learned a ton about the game between launch day and right now, as I did do a full integrated playthrough over on Twitch. Now, one thing I learned right away is this base is just not gonna cut it. It's just not big enough. I can't fit all the stuff and things that I'm gonna want to fit in here. And it's actually filling up already, and I've got just such a long way to go. So today we're gonna do some major expanding, and we are gonna move a lot of stuff. And I'm gonna at least get this geothermal enclosed. I think we've got... Where is the sludge over here? The sludge is all the way over here. And I think something that will be kind of a no-brainer for me is I am going to push the base all the way out to here. So let's get some basic parameters down on how we're going to want it. Let's see. We got a big old wall here. We actually could drop it back a little bit further and go to, say, right here. Let's do that instead. It does pinch off a couple of tiles there. However, I do not have a problem with it at all. Now, let's see. Let's get a few doorways in here. We'll put, say, one in right there. We'll put another one in, say, right here. Now, it leaves a little bit of open space here at the end. Let's see. How do we want to do this? I think we're just going to go ahead and just enclose it all in. So we'll go something like that, and just give it a little bit of an end. Now, I like that perimeter for this side much better, but let's take a look around the rest of the base and get this thing all dialed in. Like I said, it's been a little while. I recorded all the episodes up to this point on launch day, and just have learned just an absolute ton. Now, what do we want to do over here? Well, we got a geothermal. It's kind of a no-brainer to enclose that in. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's bring, let's see, let's just bring this set of walls right over to, say, right here. And we'll go across something, say, like that. We'll put, let's go ahead and get our doors in. We'll put doors over here as well. And we'll still do the double. So we'll do two doorways or 4 walls. So we'll get that squared away here. Remember, if it's an area that's close like it is to this rock over here, it looks like there's a gap, but if you can't build there, then the enemies aren't going to attempt to go there. And look at this, we've got some enemies right here in front of me. So let's just go ahead and bring the paint over to these guys. We'll give them the punchy glove to the face here. Now, another thing about the punchy gloves, they are extremely powerful. However, the amount of damage they're going to do is going to start falling off a little bit the further we get in the game, and the survivability aspect they bring is going to start falling off a little bit as well. Now, what do we want to do over here? Part of me wants to just bring walls all the way over and then meet it straight down where these are. Let's come down here and take a look at where these walls are. These are like right here. So our outer perimeter wall is, say, right here at this spot. So let's go ahead and run that on up. And then we'll bring it straight over. Is this, this is not destructible, right? No, that is not. So here we get a little bit of a free corner there, which is nice. And then here we can tap it in just right here to this side. So as far as the outer wall goes, let's go with it like, say, right there. And we'll go something like this for the 4 walls. That's going to allow me to have one matching up right here with this side. We'll throw a gate in here. And this is really going to open up quite a bit. It's going to open up our ability to build things out as we need it. It's also going to give us some really important resources. And let's take a look at those next as we go through. Now, first off, my alien research, the laboratory for it, I was really risky with it, and I know that is just not going to fly here going forward. So that is now enclosed, so it is now properly protected, and I don't have to worry about it. Another thing this does is it gives me access to this pile of mud right here from inside my base, and that's really what I need. We've got an issue with water here. What do we got going on? It's actually full. Oh, it's not connected. Yeah, that would do it. Let's go ahead and get that reconnected. That way we get our research flowing. And yeah, now we've got a protected research center. Plus we've got access to this mud, which will later on be converting to water, of course. Now, what does this mean? Well, I've got a ton of AI cores already. Let's go ahead and get our geothermal back down. But I also want to take a look at some of the other lanes, or some of the other sides of the map. Like over here, I mean, did we want to go out further on this side? You know, let's take a peek at it and see. Now, these guns, of course, I'll have to sell and move out. I kind of almost feel like we could go out further over here, too, but I don't think it's going to be necessary since we added this this additional bit of space right up top here. So we can leave this wall where it is, but I tell you, another thing I learned is, although you think, oh my god, these 4 walls, this is incredible, it is just almost never a bad idea to have a perimeter wall farther out just to slow enemies further. So that's something I'm going to look at down the road as well. But let's take a peek over here. Could we have come further down? I mean, here we get some natural protection, so we could have gone right across here, and that would have opened up a lot of space. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll get our 4 wall segments in. Is that how we want to do it, or do we want to go inside with it? Let's go inside with the 4th one. Let's go like that. We'll put a doorway right here. One out there and another one right there. Now that gives me another wall over here. Well, what do I want to do here? Well, here, I'm not really sure exactly what I want to do, but let's see, do we want to go 2 there? I cannot stand that transition right there, but I'm going to run with it. One thing I told myself, what I instinctively wanted to do with this particular base is completely scrap it and start over. But we're on a journey here. I'm ready to finish the journey. I'm going to keep moving forward, and I am not going to scrap it like I originally was thinking. Now, let's fill in these gaps a little as well, just to get a nice little transitional corner here, and not have a weak spot there for enemies to pound through. Now, what do we want to do? Well, needless to say, we need to protect that wall right there. Now, this we can all get rid of now. In fact, we can walk through that, so that's going to give us another passage through. Yeah, it's a tight fit, but we can get through there. Let's see, we can get rid of this area now, and now we are entirely protected all the way across over to this corner. And we've got this corner right here, which is out there in the open. And then additionally we have this area, which this is all partially protected as well. So I've got mixed emotions here also. I'm not really sure exactly what I want to do. Part of me wants to just block this area off and turn this into a little mini choke point here. How could I do that? I could actually go from here to right here and make this an entire wall right here. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll go to right there. We'll bring this out. That's actually going to completely block that gap, I feel like. I'm not sure I want to have this gap completely blocked right here. So let's do this. Let's bring it to here and come down. We'll bring this to here as well. Now we're going to have in which we originally discovered tanzanite could be a good lead. He just keeps going and going, doesn't he?
Let's gather more samples of this plant to study how it manages to synthesize this material. It's our best lead.
Ashley, I have already detected an interesting location with dense groups of these cacti. It is nearby, and we can jump there through the orbital scanner interface.
Okay, let's do that as soon as we've secured our current objective.
I'm detecting a decrease in wind speed. This may affect our wind turbines.
Alright, so we got another quest objective there. Let's go ahead and sell all these towers up and get those resources back. We'll get some of it back, but not all of it. And then, let's see, let's build, let's put some access, say, right here. Now, what did we want to do down here? We've got one area. I mean, we could just come all the way down here and choke this off right here. And it's a really tight choke point there. Go something like this, maybe? Let's see, we'll go over as far as we can here. Weird. We'll come to there, and then we'll go over to here. A couple little holes to fill in there, but no big deal. Let's throw some doors in. I'm going to have to upgrade all this stuff here. We actually went one row too thick, huh? Yeah, we want 1 row thick, so let's go ahead and sell that. And then let's sell this one at the very front, as we did go just a touch thick there. So, let's see, we'll get rid of that, and then now we'll go with some doors here. Sorry to be redoing the entire thing here right as we jump back into this episode, but like I said, lessons were learned, and I know for sure I just did not give myself enough space. So we're opening up, freeing up some space. We're getting some smarter parameters where this corner here was kind of rough. This gives us a really nice solid choke point for anything coming through on this side of the map. I mean, this is the spot, right? Anything that spawns to the south, this is where it's coming. And we are completely protected all the way across from that big ravine there. So lots and lots of space added onto the mix there. What do we want to do here? I mean, I'm probably going to end up wanting to use some of this area. So let's just pinch it off just a little bit. It's the same thing over here. It's kind of questionable, this area. The reason is I know that enemies are going to be coming through here. Enemies will run down this path. Hoping not too many of them. And then when they get here, I'm going to need to make sure I have things that can shoot into that area. But this is the only real spot that I'm super concerned about now. And we basically just really expanded the base out quite an absolute ton. So let's go ahead and get it protected now. Ooh, and we just unlocked alien flora cultivation. Okay, let me not get excited about that, and let's get some towers down here. So just going to kind of space it out. I am going to throw some artillery towers down here as well. Actually, we can just go like right there. Let's go ahead and get all this wired in. And then what next? Well, we're going to need some artillery. We're going to need something that can shoot down that lane. So let's see. The artillery tower, of course, is going to be kind of a no-brainer. Let's grab one there. Let's grab another one here. And then, you know what would go really, really well with that? Is maybe some rocket launchers. Let's go with a rocket launcher. Right. Do we want to go there? Let's go right here. That will give it a pretty clean shot down that row. And then we'll go here so it gets a pretty clean shot down that row as well. Now, what have I been missing through my entire base? For some ungodly reason, I have just refused to use radar. And radar is so good. It's kind of silly not to use it. So we're going to get radar down here at all of these entrances. So let's see, we're going to want a radar here. Now, there's two things that radar does besides giving you that additional viewing area. You see on our minimap, we see all the enemies out there now. It is also going to make our artillery shoot farther, which, I mean, there is just nothing in any world that is wrong with that. So let's go ahead and grab 2 artillery towers right there. We'll throw a couple of rockets over here, and then let's tie it all into our existing network. So, alright, I feel real good about that wall now. We actually don't need this wall at all anymore, because we got a whole lot of free space that just opened up. So we can go ahead and sell all this stuff off, or we could leave it here as an additional choke point, just in case. I mean, that's always a possibility, too. We've got another nice choke here as a backup to deal with if we chose to. And let's see, what else do we want to do? This side, I think we're going to leave it as it is. Actually, we already brought it out. Never mind then. That side has already been brought out, so let's just go ahead and get rid of that stuff. And we're going to want to move, once again here, another just lovely backup choke point there that I could just throw a gate there and then put things that is not going to be as crucial if they get wrecked here in this area. And let's see, let's get some towers right here. So once again, we are going to go with some sentinel towers. We'll drop a couple of tier 2s down, just kind of slinging them around down here. We got a good bit of open space here. We'll go all the way down. I think on this end we'll maybe put 2 of them. And then we're going to want some artillery and some rockets. So let's get our artillery down. We'll go with 2 of them right there. And then let's go 2, say, over here. And then we'll get some radar in as well. So we'll drop a radar right behind each of those. Actually, I don't even think we need to do each of them. I'm going to anyway, just to be safe. But now we've got a nice protected wall down here. And once again, we just opened up a ton of working space. Now, here on this lane, what I'm going to end up doing is putting another kind of fake wall out here. But that will come way down the road. We're not to the point where we're going to need it yet. But one thing that would be quite good is if we got down a little bit more radar. So, once again, rinse and repeat. We're going to go with the artillery tower. Let's go with 2 of them, and then we're going to put a radar right behind it. Let's go ahead and get that in. And then coming up to this area. Let's see. Let's go ahead and sell. Let's just sell all this off. I'm going to leave those guns there. Actually, you know what? Let's just get rid of the guns, too, because we got a whole other wall to protect here. So now we got to think about this wall. Now, this is a lot of open space, but you see I've got 92 AI cores left. So we got lots of stuff to build. So let's just go ahead and do it. We're going to go Tier 3 Sentinel Towers here as long as materials will allow for it. It looks like we're going to be able to get quite a few of them down. So we'll go just something, you know, something like this throughout the entire perimeter. Oops, forgot to upgrade that one. We'll have to get it. Then we're going to want some artillery and some rockets behind it. So first things first, let's go with some artillery. We'll go, you know, let's go 4 of them right there. And then we'll put, say, 2 of them down here. Now we're going to get radars attached to both of those as well. Let's go ahead and get our radar down. And then now we need to power it all. And this is all coming at really good timing as, you know, we got baddies en route. So let's get all of this stuff wired up. And then we shouldn't have to worry about this side of the map. But I do want to start working on it. And we've got the 2 minutes left. So I don't see why not. We still got tons of towers available, so let's see. What do we need to do? We've got it protected there. Let's go with a few of those, at least to get a few Sentinel towers down here. Once again, I'm going to build them at Tier 3 here. We'll go with 4 of them right there. And then, you know, let's head over here and get some Sentinel towers spammed up as well. And here we're going to start all the way over at the sludge, the poo pit over here. Let's go 1 right there. We'll go 1 kind of on each side of the entrance there. And then just space a few more of them out as we go down here. Just to get some form of protection there. We'll put 1 more at the corner. So I think if we wire it all up, we're going to be in relatively good shape there. Let's see if we can't get that tied in. Now, of course, we've got this Ironium here that's sitting here completely protected. And we can farm up that last 1,200 Ironium without any problems at all. So let's go ahead and get that done. It looks like just one is going to get it. Well, I'll throw an upgrade on that as soon as it gets done crafting here. Almost there. Almost there. Alright, we dropped an upgrade on that. We're looking pretty snazzy. Let's get these tied in. Let's get all this tied in. And let's give it a little bit of redundancy. We'll just do it something like that. Just to get us through here. And I feel like we're in pretty good shape. What could we use? Well, I mean, we could use some artillery over on these areas. With some radar, of course. So let's just go ahead and do that. We'll drop 2 of them right here. The baddies are en route. We'll drop a radar on it. And then we'll go... We're going to want to go more than 2 of them here, I think, aren't we? Well, you know what? For right now, let's just go with the 2. And we will drop 1 radar right in the middle of it all. Right about there. So I think that's looking pretty solid. I like these new walls. I'm going to have to... I'll sell a bunch of these walls when I get low. Actually, I'm low on carbonium right now, so I'll probably get a bunch of those walls sold. And now it's time to start researching goodies and unlocking some cooler stuff. So let's see. They're going to go after this corner here first. Let's see how they're hitting it here and how it is defending. They're actually going after... They're going after our miners here, understandably. Let's get some rockets into these guys. Now this is an area that I might consider using one of those platforms to stand on, because this would be a very convenient area for me to fire rockets from right over here. Let's just go ahead and do that. We'll throw it down. I haven't used many of these throughout any of my playthroughs, but they are quite handy if there's any particular areas that you just want to make sure you're getting shots fired into, and this is one of them. We can get rockets on these baddies over the edge right now. Of course, we could always throw grenades, but we got a nice vantage point to throw grenades from up here. We're able to hit all the way over to the corner. And man, for some reason, these enemies are really aggressive at those corners. They don't like that corner at all. But let's see how this holds up. I'm assuming we are going to have some repairs to do here after this, as this is quite the mighty wave, no doubt. But let's just keep spraying rockets into these fools and making them have a terrible, terrible day. Yeah, it's definitely kind of weird the way they approach this corner over here. There's no doubt here. We're going to need some more grenades. Now, another thing that I haven't been using that I really, really discovered kind of the power of is minefields and setting up mining areas out front here. It's so huge. It's so huge. So I'll definitely be doing that to prepare for more of these fights upcoming. For this episode, I just wanted to get the basics down. I wanted to get some of our basic perimeter in place and be ready to go when the baddies come. Now, I got no research selected. What do I have to do for... Is there anything I need to research here? Construct... No, just go to the different areas. And I see I've got the volcanic, the acidic, the tanzanite concentration. So I've got some missions to do there. I think we can look at guns a little bit. We got the extra stable floor, which is quite nice. Let's take a peek at our gunnery. Now let's go ahead and get the armory going up to tier 3. What else? We got a bunch of really easy upgrades over here that we can throw in. We got repair tools, maintenance tools, a bunch of easy upgrades for the mech. Let's see. Let's get that small mine upgraded. Let's see. Let's get our instant repair upgraded. And I definitely want to start working down this tree more, but I need, you know, the armory before I can get that done. So we've got a little bit of research ticked up now and ready to go. I am ready, y'all. I am ready to build this thing out and make it happen here. We got a lot of work to do on this base to get it squared away, no doubt. Let's see. Then we'll just throw repairs on the rest of this stuff. Now, it really, for the most part, it held pretty strong. That was all tier 1 walls over here. I didn't do any of the tier 2s. So everything held pretty strong considering what it is at this stage in the game. Let's see. We'll get that blocked off there. And yeah, I think this is a much better outer perimeter. Now, I will go through and clean up some of these walls. I'll do that, probably do that offline. That way you guys don't have to just be bored to tears watching me sell and replace walls. But, like I said, I just know that I didn't have enough space. Expanding out now, I feel like we're in a lot better space. And, you know, I need to get some of this other stuff upgraded too. Communication hubs that can be upgraded that aren't being upgraded. It's just a mistake. So that's something you definitely want to focus on all the time. It looks like our power is in pretty good shape here. I feel like I'm going to need a little bit more storage, but we'll get to that as we get our research flowing. But that is a look at the new outer perimeter, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it goes here. So let's see. We still have this wall. I should take a peek at this wall as well. I may want to redo this entire alien research area. We have this area as well, and enemies can't get through there now, so that area is blocked. But this path, actually they can't get through here either, but they can come right through here. Now, this will make an absolutely wonderful choke point, particularly for those mines I was talking about as enemies start pushing through in this particular choke point. So lots to be done here on the base, but I got some good stepping stones in. I got a nice outer perimeter wall now, and I'm looking forward to getting through and blasting these baddies and getting better and better stuff as we go. But yeah, I just knew I had to do something major, and that's it. We completely restructured the base in this episode. And then additionally, from here on out, I saw your feedback, I saw your comments, and I am reacting to it. So from here on, I know this episode is going to come a few minutes short of it, but for the rest of this series, all of the episodes will be 30 minutes. So I'll be doing 30-minute episodes for the rest of this series until we get everything all completed. So that will do it for now. Thank you all an absolute ton for watching. Don't forget to click that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. I would like to make some different Riftbreaker guides down the way as I learn more and more about the game. If there's anything in particular you would like to see, my opinion on best weapons, best towers, whatever, make sure to let me know down in the comments, and I will do my best to get that stuff working. But that will do it for now, so thanks a ton, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.